What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, I am Quartet. And I'm sitting here with
Tade the Great is me.
Welcome to the culture section.
Welcome.
Yes, we wearing the same clothes, and I just threw on a sweater.
Hey, you know what? I think you shouldn't have said nothing. And maybe they wouldn't have noticed or cared.
I got on my Cliff Huxtable sweater.
No, his had colors on it. That's no Cliff Huxtable. His had different colors on it, man.
His was a cardigan sweater.
Yeah.
Is it a cardigan sweater?
No, man. Yours his didn't even have buttons on it, man. It was like a pullover.
Shout out to Felicia Rashad, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to her, man, for making all this happen. Is that why we shouting this out to her? I just want to make sure I ain't shouting out to her for the wrong reasons, man. Is that why we doing this, right?
Oh, no, I just
Wow. I don't want to retract it, man, because she's cool people, so it's weird. Yeah, shout out.
She got a new movie, though, her and Brisha Webb.
Wait a minute, man.
It's called Fall from Grace on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Produced by
who?
Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah.
The reason he looking at me like that, because we're going to do a Tyler Perry episode, and it's so funny. But today we're talking about Chivalry is dead.
Yeah, why not?
I want to let...
You gonna let me?
Tada the Greatest me kick this off.
Not really, man. I'm gonna kick it off, but not in the way you tell me to kick it off. I haven't dated in, I think, going on 14 years. I haven't been on a date, man. But the standards that I heard now are crazy. Now you are in a different boat, man.
Yes.
On dating, man. We live in. I hear all this stuff about independent women. I got my own stuff. I make my own money. But then I heard when it comes to dating or, relationships, it's not really two-sided. It's one-sided. They still expect stuff, man. I'm not even talking about opening doors. Most of the thing I hear about is literally about money and what he got. But then I hear they ain't bringing nothing to the table themselves, man. It's literally, what does he have? What can he do? What is he gonna do? Where is he headed? It's never about what they got, what they gonna do, where they headed, what their goals is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why Chivalry is dead, man. I mean, because that's what. Never mind. I was about to.
Cannon about to come in here. I just want to make sure I'm clean for it.
I mean, maybe that's why they be getting played sometimes, man, because sometimes they look at materialistic things or what they see on the outside, man. At the end of the day, they get played, man. Just because he got, money and stuff like that. He end up treating them like dirt, man.
My queen reminded me of a live I made last year.
Let me hear this, man.
She basically said, I said something to the effect, if you want to keep a man, close your legs.
Yo, man, if you was you gonna add some more to that? Because I'm about to shut that down.
Because I'm gonna tell you.
What's that?
If you want to see whether a person gonna stay or leave, tell them you ain't putting out.
You know what I'm about to say? If you want to lose a man, close your legs.
Close your legs. If you want to lose a man.
Because I ain't saying this right. I'm saying, man, literally, it's sad, man, and I'm glad I don't got to go through this, but usually, man, what?
That honeymoon?
A good man, right? A man with the right intentions and who cares. You know what I'm saying? To keep him, man, you want to be that person, man. But if you really want to tell what kind of guy he is, don't give it up then. He's gonna go somewhere else and get it. Now the problem is this, man. They so infatuated with him that they don't want him to go nowhere else. So they just go ahead and give it up, man.
I want me a bad boy. That is ignorant.
Yeah, they say
that is the ignorant.
You know, they say good guys
life.
finish last, man.
Good guys finish last.
Plus, they say they want someone who can protect them. They say sometimes a good guy gets smacked and he lay there.
I know you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but let me go ahead and put you up on game. I am. It has taken me a long time to be comfortable enough to not engage in sexual relations.
Hey, could you repeat that again?
It has taken me a long time to develop this mentality and not engage in sexual relations. I am literally abstaining from sex.
So you're celibate?
I am celibate.
But that's until you get married, right?
Now, honeymoon night, I'm breaking
okay, man. I don't think they need to know all that, man.
But here's it. Boy, I got some news for you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I'm trying to swing from a chandelier and everything.
That's a strong chandelier.
Is it? But here's the thing. So I realize a lot of the people that I'm around these days, with the exception of one, everybody's married.
Everybody's married?
Everybody's married except for one person.
Well, that's good, ain't it?
Yeah. And the thing about it is that I believe that I have been involved in relationships with women that have kids, whether they're like not teenagers, but right there. I am a divorcee, so I was married to
man, why don't you say you were married? Why you gotta go into details?
Normally I would say the spawn of Satan.
Boy.
Why not? It might well be you. I normally say, but
you think she'll see this?
It don't matter if she do see.
Oh, okay.
She done got what she's gonna get, amen. Thank you, Lord. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Jesus.
Which was what?
Let them know how I'm about Jesus. Let me tell you, when I walked out of that divorce court, man, I felt like the shackles was loosed. Ooh, jeez.
You know, that's good though, because a lot of people, when they walk out of that divorce, they walk out sad, burden down, and resentful. At least you had a good ending, man.
Because, man, anyway, forget all that.
Yeah, he went too deep.
I was married to a woman who had 2 adult kids plus 1 in high school. So I have perspectives. If a man, I feel like as a man, you have a right to choose whether you want to deal with kids or not deal with kids. Now, what I have learned in the past, that if a man say he doesn't want to deal with the one with kids, say, well, forget you then. I mean, you can react the way you want, how you want, but the truth is you don't want a man that's not committed to what you're bringing. And then the other side of it is that you allow your child to kind of be mad disrespectful, and you want this guy to play the role of the man, but you don't want to do what you have to do as a parent to keep the peace in the house. Because to be honest with you, when it comes to being a step parent, there's a certain mentality that you gotta have. If the daddy's around, a lot of the battle has to be put on whoever the biological parent is. That's who has to do most of the disciplining, generally speaking.
That's a tough one, man.
It's very tough.
Every time someone like tells me they're dealing with or dating someone with a kid, if it's a male, the first thing I usually think of is...
Are you sure?
No, most time, if they have a stepchild, the only thing that comes to my mind is that child saying, you ain't my daddy.
No, that's real.
Yeah,
that's
man,
real.
but that's the first thing. And then number 2, if it's a female, she tell me she's dealing with a guy with kids. Most time I think, how many baby mamas he got? And
notice I'm not laughing when you say this.
And then I'd be like,
it's common, man.
And then I'd be like, is he taking care of his kids in their life? Because most of the time, that pattern, man, is pretty much what you setting yourself up for, man. I mean, because listen, women who have children, they want you to accept the kids. Women who don't have kids, and most of the time dealing with a man with kids, it's really hard for them. It's like a double standard. You get what I'm saying? Men and women both have double standards, man. Because most of the time, a guy even wants to know if a woman has kids. Deep down in if she has more than one, most of the time he wants to know how many baby daddies it is too, man. Because then when you give them a label,
I know what the battle is, man.
of course, man, or you want to know what kind of person they is. Like, even to me, not even to me, man, but everyone has a number in their head, number one. That's what they call acceptable.
You know what my number is?
What's that?
1.
Like one baby daddy or one baby mama?
1 baby.
Oh. Is it because of your previous marriage?
Yes.
So,
because of I would say yes and no. It's just where I am in my life.
yeah, I mean, because everybody's different. I mean, this is just for you, man. Someone else might have a...
But I need you to look at the full scope of what you're getting into. See, the more that you look at the full scope, the more confident you can be in your relationship if you decide that you want to deal with a woman that has a football team versus a star player. I always wanted to use that analogy, and I finally found it.
Yeah, I hear you over there.
Oh, come on, G.
A football team and a star player.
Versus a
Plus,
star
man,
player.
you gotta be careful, man, for their whole situation. Like they living situation. You know, I mean, you might be that guy that want to take care of somebody, but you might be that guy that want, make sure they kind of stable. Like they might have kids, but you want to make sure like you ain't walking in somewhere where you're like buying the groceries for all these kids, clothing. Pretty much she doesn't have anything. Unless you that kind of guy that literally likes, stressing yourself out and taking care of a lot of stuff. Or a woman that like to do that, man.
Can I say this?
Go right ahead.
Do you feel like you've been married a while? Do you feel like you're that dude?
What you mean? You
know how like in order for a guy to be at 100%, he has to feel like he's that guy. Like whatever she wants you to do, you provided that life and you're like, yo, I'm that guy.
I'm not that guy.
Why you? Why are you not that guy?
I'm not that guy.
Why?
I'm not that guy.
You just don't partake in that philosophy.
I am not that guy. What words do people use? Frugal, cheap?
No, I'm with
You
you.
know, I'm not that guy. I believe in saying no.
No, I understand.
I believe in saying no. Oh man.
Yo,
we're gonna leave it, huh?
I'm gonna tell you this. I am so glad. If I was married, I would not say this, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. I told her I want to get ahead so bad. And I'm talking about payments. Because I just feel like, we talked about the Social Security thing too, about as we get older, will it be around? And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I would love to try to pay the house off, man, if possible.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Scared. Man, I'm like that. I just want to knock stuff out.
And you told her this?
Yes.
And she said, are you trying to say that's what she said, man?
I don't know what she said. I mean, I know what she said, but it's more like
it wasn't okay.
I just told
let's do this.
I just told
we
her,
got this.
No, it eventually got to that, but
this was in the same sitting though, right? This was in the same conversation that eventually made its way to that.
Because I had got hot then.
What you mean you got hot?
Because I was
like you got in your feelings?
Yeah, I was like,
because you didn't get the response that you wanted.
Hey, but you know what I realized too, man?
What's that, man?
That when I say we're perfect for each other, I mean that.
Oh, congratulations, man! I'm glad you found that person, man.
I mean, I'm saying like
now better work. Because you can't tell people.
Can't come back from that.
Yeah, you can't say we perfect for each other.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
Because I'm a handful and I definitely have.
Yeah.
Like I
was talking about that too, man.
Like I'm a good person, but I'm a handful at times.
I know, man.
Like opinion wise.
I know, man. You know, I was talking about you the other day, man, and I was like, man.
You're a little rough.
No, I was like, she's a good woman, man. I hope she knows what she in for. Because now she has to raise 2 children, was my exact words. I was like, man. But I was like, she's been with him this long. So, and he's who he is. So I guess you got to love him, man. Unless at the last minute she changed her mind, be like,
that's terrible.
I can't do this.
It's terrible that you just say that.
I just can't do this.
That's terrible.
I can't do it. She was like, I'm tired. I can't do this.
That is so
You too
terrible.
much. I can't do this.
I almost shed a tear just
Did you? Well,
no.
Hopefully it's before you get the house.
I know.
Hey, do you think you can survive by yourself? Like if you had the house, just you, could you survive? Like you could take care of you could be a single man living in a house by yourself?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
It'll be tight though.
Yeah. I didn't ask all that. I just said you.
That's a great point that you're bringing up. Because I'm gonna tell you this. The problem with the relationship between men and women, I think sometimes women, they want a sponsor instead of I'm gonna have to use the word partner just to kind of.
So they want a sponsor instead
of a partner, and I think that comes with not being able to trust a man.
I feel you,
and that is horrible because you have to take responsibility for every failed relationship and every failed marriage.
Man, what I hear from most women is usually that it's this old saying like, y'all did this to us, so now we doing this to you. Like y'all drug us through the mud, now we using y'all, man. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out who is y'all. Like even the young ones who haven't really experienced nothing, you basically just repeating what someone else saw.
With some damaged person.
Yeah, man, pretty much, man. Because now, to me, thank goodness I'm really just excited that I don't have to go through this. I'm settled in.
He did mention that earlier today.
Yeah, I'm settled in. I'm happy, man. But I hear, because to me, man, huh? You raised your finger. What's that for, man? You want to say something?
Yeah.
What's that?
Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Go right ahead.
But you know what I was saying? Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, but it's a new one. You know, you heard a new one, right?
The new one?
It's happy spouse, happy house. Because it works for everybody. Because you're a spouse.
Yeah,
happy.
that I can agree with.
Yeah.
Because you want to know, I can't give 100% if I'm not happy.
I feel you, man.
If I don't get 100% back,
yeah.
If we not both sweating bullets and we not both riding to the sunset down 64, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to function. I refuse to be unhappy, man.
I feel you, man. You should, man. You shouldn't settle. You should be happy. Life is too short, man, to not be happy.
Let me tell you.
And to be miserable.
I refuse. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what. See, I watch a lot of things that people post, especially about relationships. And I noticed that there's a lot of undercover male bashing. I don't need a man.
Is it undercover? To me, it ain't even undercover. It's in your face.
Because see what happens is it's a pattern. What happens is they're like, I don't need a man. Then they get a man, they go silent for like 3-4 months. Then they come back with a picture of them and their man. And then they got pictures every week. Here's my thing, man. I value my privacy. Fans of the culture is a part of my life. This podcast is a part of my life, but I don't post a lot of pictures of me and my future wife. That rhymed.
Yeah, I understand. You want everybody in your business.
And I think I've made myself extremely clear. Yes, I've shared a few pictures, but I'm protective of me and mine. And I had to really explain that we live in a reality. This is reality. What we share is reality. Social media is like a fantasy or something. I don't want to mess around and start sharing so much of my personal life to where I become what Charlamagne said, a character of who I am.
I feel you, man.
If I at the end of the day, man, I say I don't want her to post certain things, but at the end of the day, this is what I say. I'm your man. I love you, but I ask you not to post certain things. If you post it and get that reaction from whoever, don't come to me because I'm gonna be too busy.
Who's she supposed to come to then?
Man, I don't know. She's supposed to not do it.
Oh, I get you.
That's
that
my,
way.
because
There's no need to come to you because she ain't doing it already.
Because and here's the thing, even with, so I don't know how to say this, but so we're both adults, and if somebody gets out of line, they try to holler at her. She didn't got to tell me. You just check them.
True, man.
If they come at me, I just check them.
True.
I got somebody. Or I simply ignore them.
True.
This Facebook stuff, the inboxes, you can actually delete, block, ignore.
True.
That's not worth engaging in. If somebody comes up to you, yeah, I got somebody. But I wouldn't be worrying about this social media stuff, man. It's a part of, sometimes we take it too literal. Let's enjoy it and not make it so much of it's a balance and it's hard. But when it comes to your relationship, you actually have control of that. You can't control what people say on social media, but you can control from here to here.
And listen, if you got a problem with it, just get off social media then.
Hey.
If it's that much of a problem. Hey, you know what's crazy though? You was talking, man, dudes be doing the same thing, man. You talking about like women be up there low-key bashing, man. Dudes be doing the same thing, man, like bashing. And most of them is probably because some girl turned them down. I really feel like when a dude gets turned down, or there was a certain girl he was after, and she kind of diss him, then he go up there and then he want to talk about eyelashes and nails and you doing too much just because his feelings was hurt, man. Listen, if you don't like eyelashes and nails, she ain't the right one for you.
Yeah.
I believe there's someone for everybody. So if that ain't what you like, you don't got to tell me. Man, just go after what you like.
Look, I've already I was on my way here, and me and the queen, we was talking about bullying in high school. And she was saying how a little bit, she comes home from school sometime and she says, Mom, I'm ugly. So in my mind, that's not the first time she told me that story either. But every time I have the same reaction is that I got to make sure I got between now and the time that she turns 18 to build her confidence, to let her know that some kids are just cruel, but you don't have to be cruel. So
how you gonna build her confidence?
I have no idea, man.
So
I have no idea. I'm this part, I know what I can say what I'm gonna do, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could tell her she's beautiful every day.
You good.
But I want her to love who she is, love the skin that she's in. I don't have it all figured out, and I'm man enough. I'm man enough to say I don't have it all together.
How old is she, man?
10, man.
Oh, well, I don't want to say, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tread lightly.
Nah, I'm just thinking. I know. We live in a different time.
We do.
When I was a kid, man,
you
like
got bullied
10.
a lot.
Nah, I always was a clown, but
I got bullied.
Really? I wonder why. I don't know. I just always was who cares, man? But my bad. Someone cares. My bad. I don't want to come off. Yeah, I came off so bad. Listen, man. Times have changed, but I remember we used to joke all the time, man. Mm-hmm. We call people ugly, butt tooth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big forehead, your breath stank, you snag a tooth, you got a big gap, you look cross-eyed. Now listen, man, I'm not gonna say, it was wrong, but we was kids saying this. I'm sure we probably did, man. Hurt someone's feelings, but maybe
I call them stank. You wear the same clothes all the time.
There's certain people that did get it, and it was wrong. There was certain people that did get it. I don't even know if they was wearing the same clothes.
Trying to
But
see if he's regretful. He smiled. He about to laugh. They was wrong.
yeah, man, because people do got feelings, man.
They do.
And the older you get, you know, you realize that, man, that some things is childish. But But man, that is a tough one, man. That really is a tough one. Because some people, you know what I'm saying, they get that tough skin. You know what I'm saying? They just go with it. Some people, man, in this day and time, you know, go the opposite end. They have low self-esteem, but at least she has someone she can talk to. That's one good thing. She has someone she can talk to.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, her mother, because she's telling her mother.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I can't wait to go over there and flip-flops and my robe and just turn the school upside down.
Yeah, make sure you dress, man, because if you in your robe, yeah, you're doing more harm than anything. Put some clothes on, like the mothers that was going to school with
hair rollers on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, man. Come on, man. Look and think it's funny, you know.
Hey, man, we have to. Here's the thing. We don't have to adjust our thinking because we already know what time it is. If you go over there like that, social media, that's just gonna be all over social media.
True,
and
man.
The sad thing about it is that just like kids are behind the keyboard, they're just saying in and everything.
True.
So there's a certain amount of I don't care you gotta have.
Now here's a question too, man.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off.
No.
What age you think is appropriate for someone to start dating? I mean, you have a little bit. You do have
someone at the quartet household.
I mean, yeah, I guess, man. But what you think is an appropriate age or age, man?
I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. I got conditions.
All right.
If you bringing me all A's,
yeah,
you can date at 16.
At 16.
If you bringing me some C minuses,
yeah,
you date when you move out.
What if you got B's and C's?
You date when you move out.
Really? What if you have all B's and one C?
You date when you move out. Unless I feel sorry for you and let you go to the prom with a date.
What if you have all A's and one C's?
When you move out. I'll probably make an exception for the prom. Ain't no need to be in that cold. But
so you think 16 is the right age?
If you bringing all A's.
Do you think a parent should be what is it called?
Accompany the kid?
Yeah.
Father God, that take up some time. I'd rather be making YouTube videos.
So you trust them to go out? Do you have a conversation with the young fella or even meet the parents, or you just cool just talking to the kid?
You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm like, let's go for a ride.
But you could be making YouTube videos instead of going for a ride.
No, I'm gonna go for a ride and I'm gonna come back home like, now y'all can go.
What's happening on that ride, man?
I'm gonna make them poo poo on themselves.
If it was a son, then how would you go about it then too? Would it be the same conditions, 16 and all age? You gotta say yes, man. You can't.
Somebody gotta do it. The world ain't fair. No. But somebody gotta do it. Play on, player.
And what would you do? Would you take him to the girl's house? Would you take him for a ride as well? Your own son? Your son, yes. If you had a son and now he's 16.
First of all, he gotta let me tell you this. If you a man, a little man boy, and you mine, do what you got to do.
What you got to do?
You got to come with all A pluses.
And all A pluses.
You got to play at the church.
Play at the church.
You got to go to Sunday school.
Sunday school.
And you got to do all your chores.
All your chores.
Without me asking. And then you can go on a date. But I'm going with you.
Hey, so if you have
on him, I'm going.
Son or daughter, if they're on the first date, do they split the meal, or are you teaching one of them that one of them has to pay? If you have a son, do you say to him, hey, man, you got to pay for this dinner? Or you say, man, y'all need to go Dutchess, man. Y'all need to go half and half.
I'm going to teach him, I'm going to say, pay for the dinner.
You going to tell him to pay for the dinner? Why is that? Just asking.
Because on some level, I need him to have that feeling of when you're taking care of something.
So you think even as a grown man?
Not as a grown man. You ask me as a teenage kid.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff that's gonna follow him, right?
Nah.
He's gonna think that's what's required.
Listen.
If you implant it in him as a teenage kid, he's gonna think that's his responsibility as a grown man.
First of all, I'm gonna say, look, son.
I mean,
I don't know why I'm even having this conversation right now.
Yeah, go right ahead. Because you're teaching someone's son right now.
Here's the thing. You want to show him how it was done, how it's typically done. A man opens the door, closes the door, he go in and get on the other side or whatever the case may be. I don't know about putting your coat down in the rain. I've never done that ever in my life.
Ain't that what an umbrella's for? Or walk around it?
I've never done that.
Or valet parking?
Now, I pay for the dinner, but at the same time, you show him how it was done. But when you get older, you start making adult decisions. Those are like, you could do it at first, but over time, like even if you just paid for like 4 or 5 months straight, in my opinion, if she never volunteered not one time to take you out, you might want to look another direction.
So with you, watch this, having a little bit, right? And are you going to tell her to sometimes offer or sometimes to take out?
Absolutely. You know what I'm going to teach her?
What's that?
You don't want to hear it. You're like, this is so hypocrisy. It is.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to teach her that it's okay, but you need to at least attempt to pay. Does that make us? Some people don't even attempt to pay, bro. They're like, I got it.
Hey, listen, man. I'm glad I'm not in these times.
Me either.
Because if she would try to attempt to pay, she paying. It ain't no such thing as attempt. She
That's
gonna be like,
funny.
She gonna be like, I got it. I be like, cool.
I just want to let everybody know that I do have a way that I think, and you got to show them way to think. Paying does not make you a sucker if that's what you want to do. But I do feel like in these days and times, everything that you're doing is working towards one thing. That's even before marriage, is building trust. You got to show people, man, people have been, their heart has been so broken that you're going to have to swing like Tarzan through the woods of the Amazon just to get to people to trust you and have faith in you. I'm saying even you're going to spend your 5-6 months building trust. It might even take you a year because some people have dealt with some bad situations.
True.
Now, part of me wants to say, if you like that, you ain't got no business dating nobody.
Really?
Yeah.
Until you heal?
Yeah. Especially if...
What if dating someone new is a part of the healing process? What if that's your healing?
Hey,
you think it's possible?
Look, man,
dating someone
my heart was broken.
I don't mean to laugh when you say that. I'm sorry.
My heart was broken.
I got you, man. Stop, man. Don't. I'm not laughing at your heart, bro. It's just
my heart was broken.
Don't keep repeating. Move past that. Keep going.
Wait. I got one more. I gotta stop laughing. My heart was broken. I even wept up a little bit at the top.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You do want to jump back into it. But if you're not ready, it's not fair. Now, here's the thing. You want people to treat you like a queen, and you want to be respected as a queen, but you're not even representing what a queen is. I'm saying, like, you gotta walk, talk it, and I ain't talking about where you ruling people. I'm saying you don't disrespect, and you will not be disrespected.
So that means he gotta act like a king too, though, right?
He does.
He gotta. Hey, here's a question.
Just
man.
don't say ain't no manual for how to be. I can't stand when people do that, man.
Here's a question, man. How many dates can you go on before you ask them, can you borrow some money?
First of all, y'all need to be in a full-blown relationship before you start asking to borrow money.
Really?
Yes.
And you think there should be a cap on how much money you can ask for?
If you can't give it back, you shouldn't be asking for it.
How soon you think you can ask them to start paying like one of your bills?
First of all, we're not paying no bills unless we married.
So if she say,
if she asked to borrow some money, I'm gonna give her the money. But technically, I'm not paying no bills. I'm giving her the money because she asked me to borrow it.
So you saying you can date someone and be in a relationship and still borrow money? So that
if y'all comfortable enough to do it.
So the person you dating has to pay you that back with y'all together. Why that person got to pay you back money?
Got to. Because I'm gonna tell you why. It's important. It's important that I know you. It's important that you have a clean slate if y'all go to the next level.
What you mean the next level?
Like if y'all decide y'all want to get married. You gotta.
If y'all getting married, what does it matter that they borrow money from you then?
If y'all met,
if y'all getting married, what does it matter that you borrow money? You get married anyway, right?
I love it. I welcome all challenges. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Listen, until you are not married until you say I do. That's number one. Second thing is I will help my woman, but we all just flesh, man. And sometimes that flesh be strong. Sometimes you can be over a situation, but you can do something that you've done in the past and it takes you to that moment. I believe that as an act of good faith, whether you got to give it back or not, you should just give it back. Because why? Ain't nothing more confident. A man, when he says his woman is different.
Hey, here's a question.
I know you don't want to hear that romantic talk.
That was cool. What's the difference between you paying for her dinner and paying her light bill?
Totally different.
You're not because you're doing a service to her in both.
Come on, man. Stop with this contractual obligation.
You are doing a service in both of them. One, you're feeding her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one, you're paying the light bill.
At what point are you gonna start blaming the other people?
What you mean?
I don't know. Get off this gravy.
I'm just asking you, what's the difference between you paying for her dinner and you paying her light bill?
I guess in a lot.
I mean, besides the money amount.
Not even the money amount.
Both of them is a kind gesture.
Because they both are. But you want to know another thing too?
What's that?
Also, these days and time that we live in, every individual have their own. I'm not saying that people don't need help. I'm just saying there's a certain feeling when a woman says, I can live. If you have foresight and you understand what it is and what it means to not cross each other and to really build each other up and really change the mindset. I get like paying for dinner, that's just like whatever. But paying for a light bill, that's almost something you do like if you live together. I'm not saying.
Imagine if the dinner's $130. The light bill is $110.
I mean, you could have just gave her that money for the light bill, but who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? Like the other thing is too, if your light's about to be cut off, you ain't got no business going out and eating a $135 meal.
Yeah, you can. Because if the man asks you out, listen, if her light's about to get cut off, it ain't her fault that you asking her, let's go get something to eat, and the bill come out to be $130.
Have you ever helped out before you got married? I know you can't remember back that far.
Have I helped out?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I actually that's when prepaid phones was really popular. Yeah. I actually was like paying like for prepaid phones, but not just for the
in my hood, they were like, you a sucker.
Like the minutes on it. But
yeah. You still paying? What's up?
Well, that part ain't my bill.
Look,
no more.
He flashed back
no, that
to
part
was really.
the funny thing about it is, I think I was actually paying for the minutes just so I could actually get in touch, man, in contact at the time, man. Like,
hey, man.
But other than that, man, nah, man.
How did you know? Can I ask you something? I never asked you this.
I hope it ain't how you know that person's the one.
Yeah.
how you know they the one?
Yeah.
I mean, everything is just right. Like everything just fits together. Everything literally fits together, man.
Yeah.
Like you and someone else can be different people, even different personalities, but everything
just click.
Yeah, it fits together. You get what I'm saying?
Do you ever, man? Let me tell you something. I know I'm probably writing more checks. I'm not putting no pressure on this.
Yeah.
This soon to be marriage. It is what it is at this point. But I'm gonna tell you, man. When I say that this is the happiest I've ever been in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And
hold on to that feeling too. Keep going.
I gotta keep it. And to be honest, man, I'm dealing with a lot. But she's so supportive, and then she's supporting what I do. What I always tell myself, don't let it be one-sided. Make sure that you support what she does.
Oh yeah, man. You got to do that, man. You can't be greedy or selfish, man.
Because I think this what it is. Ain't no handbook on how to be man, maybe ain't no handbook, but
that's a poor excuse though.
It's a poor excuse, man.
Right is right, wrong is wrong still.
Are you still
certain things you don't understand?
Do you still get excited every morning? Like when you wake up and you're like, man, I'm winning out here.
Do I actually say that?
Yeah, like in your head. I know you probably was, because you're a sarcastic dude.
When I usually get up, I'll be like, man, I'm ready to punch this clock, make this money.
Can you do this for me one time?
What's that?
This is what I think I had wrote this down.
Come on.
One time, I just want to take my tithes, walk up to the offering and go, bowling!
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Why?
Because they're gonna expect that every time.
Hey, I want to tape it too.
Man, I had something else. What I was gonna say? Hey, listen, man. You think you should? Hey, listen. This is what I was thinking, man. When you dating someone, like in your relationship, I always think about. I don't know, because money plays a very important part. People
plays a big part.
People get dumb as they want to.
Plays a big part.
To me, I'm thinking, how much should you really? Should you take a woman on a shopping spree?
Man, if I told you, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Should you buy a woman a car that you're in a relationship? You ain't married with her. Should you buy her a car? Imagine you dating someone.
That's very different from.
I'm thinking.
Ooh, that's different.
I understand maybe the cost of living, what bracket that you're in.
Does she have children by me?
No, y'all just dating, man. Like you dating a woman. Let's say she even has kids by someone else. I always think, like, to me, man, when you're dating, my opinion, I don't believe in wasting time, really. If you're dating someone, in my opinion, it's because you wanted to go somewhere. Other than that, man, you're just messing around. You know what I'm saying?
I told her that you said about you're dating. You what you told me was you're dating to be married.
Yeah, man. It's like leading to that.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're literally just companionship and something else. It's just basically just spend. To me, when you're dating and you're spending all this quality time and doing stuff, to me, it's just my opinion. Because whatever. It should be leading to the next step. Some people are cool with just dating and being with someone. I ain't gonna say they have commitment issues or whatever. Maybe that's just what they want. But when I was dating, man, it was to lead to this. I don't want to just it to lead to nothing. Like you date someone for 10 years and then break it off. That's a lot of your time and your life. Even if you learned something, to me, that's a lot of time and stuff wasted, man. I could have been spending that money on something else. I could have been banking that money.
I'm going to give you some relationship advice.
Go right ahead.
That you only going to hear. Because I know a lot of times when people listen to these relationship advices, you want to know how men think. This we're about to tell you. Well, I'm about to tell you. No man wants to feel corny. That's number one.
Of course not, man.
No man wants to feel corny. Every man wants to feel like he is the king. Now, what that entails, a lot of times when you're young, that I got to be the player, right? But the sad part is you end up hurting a continent full of people, and then all of a sudden You wake up one day, you're tired of, you know,
I hope you was gonna say ripping and running. That would have sounded good.
I'm gonna go ripping and running, but yeah, ripping and running is good. Ladies, this day right here, you can't birth a man's child and not be married. Or you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
You don't think so?
No.
Why is that?
If you, and I'm really speaking to people who've maybe had a bad string of bad failed relationships. And a lot of, if you put that on social media, people are like, man, 5 people is a lot. Oh God, get a clue. Get a clue, man. Like they don't know nothing about nothing. And it's okay to be independent. Matter of fact, you should have your own. Being independent, in my personal opinion, it doesn't mean that you don't need help. With that being said, though, my parents, they shared bank accounts. This generation, and probably after that, they don't share bank accounts. I don't know what is the right answer. All I know is if you can't trust each other to handle money correctly, I'm talking about when you get married, if you plan on getting married, you are doomed. I think the more that you have your own, I think if he has his own and you have your own, I think there's less room for error or maybe even compromising in the wrong direction. Sometimes when you lived and you've done your own thing for a long time, there's an adjustment period when you get married and you have to, person been doing this on their own and you're trying to figure out where you fit in and you're trying to do what you can as a man and this, that, and the third. You want a man who's emotionally involved in what you have going on. It's tough, man, because I can be honest with you. When I got married, I discovered shortly after that she had like $72,000 worth of debt.
Hey, here's a question, man, and not to pry on your business too much.
Don't matter.
Okay, cool.
That chapter is over.
Why after marrying you found that out? Y'all didn't discuss no finances before you got married?
Nope. Because you know what, man? To be honest, no. We had a long conversation about what I expect as a woman, what she expect as a man.
But money didn't come up.
It came up, but it was more on the vibe of, you know what's crazy? So I had just got paid, and that rent was like $745, and then I had a credit card. I didn't even have the money to even get married. The license. I didn't have that.
What?
Yeah, I got paid after.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't have money to get the
marriage license.
You didn't?
No.
Ain't that like, what is that? Is that $60 or is it cheaper than that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was $25 or if it was $100. I think it might have been $100. I think I thought it was going to be $25. I think I had $25, but I didn't have.
You had $25.
Yeah, I didn't have the other $75 for the license.
I don't even want to ask why you didn't have the money, man. But
sometimes it's like that. So
yeah, didn't mean to interrupt that story. Keep going though. You didn't have the money, but you paid the rent. You said. So
what happened was about a couple of days. So I think maybe either the next day or the day after that, I got paid, and I had paid my own bills. But before that, and I was like, for some reason, I was thinking, because she was like, she had a job, but it wasn't making a lot. So I said, yo, how you been surviving this whole time? You know what she tell me?
What's that?
My mama helped me.
Is this after or before you married her?
After.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let them know how I'm about Jesus. So I'm saying, here's the thing.
How long did you date her for, man?
I think it might have been a year.
Hey, listen, man.
I think
not to interrupt you again, but I was told one time, signs are there. Sometimes
we just ignore it.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, you ain't got to tell me. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying that for everybody else, signs are there. You're just ignoring them.
Listen, man, we are not back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. You have got to know the person that you're married to.
True.
I understand something, especially if you're not sad. I got to say this: you're not engaging in sex, and you don't live with the person.
You don't got to live with them, engage in sex.
No, I'm saying, especially if you don't have sex with them and you don't live with them. I'm saying, like, you have to know that's gonna take work once y'all get married and y'all do what you do. But you cannot be afraid to ask these questions. How would they say a closed mouth don't get fed or something?
Yeah, closed mouth don't get fed. The squeaky wheel is the only one that gets the oil.
I'm trying to tell you, if you have to be, this is your life we talking about. There is no amount of, there's nothing worse than marrying somebody and then finding out something and you're like, oh my God.
Hey, here's a question I always had. How many marriages do you have to realize that marriage ain't for you? Like, you think that's a number, or you think you can just literally just keep getting married? Just you personally. How many times?
This is it right here.
It is?
So
you think, do you think 3 strikes you out?
This is it.
Or you think
2 strikes?
2 strikes? Like, even not just for you, but if you thought of a number, like you would tell someone after such and such marriage, just give it up. What number's in your head?
Like, just give it up?
Yeah, like, man.
After the third marriage.
After the third one,
you should be
say,
like, yo, man, no, pass, go, or whatever that little thing is on Monopoly. Hey, because at some point, you're just going to keep making it worse. Imagine this right here. You got a pretty good job, right? Let's say you make like $4,000 a month. All right. You get married, get divorced. You got to give your wife or whoever. In this scenario, the man is making $4,000 and he got to pay her alimony, $500, right? First wife. You get married again. That don't work out. He's still making pretty good money. All right, well, we gonna need $400 a month. He got to pay $900. He get married again, and that's even less. See, you have to really keep it real with yourself and really talk to yourself because, man, I think actually men and women want a certain comfort level. Now, some people, it's amazing how some people, they don't make good money at all, but are extremely happy.
Oh yeah, man. That because money ain't everything. Because money can't bring you happiness.
It can't bring you happiness, but you should have. I think as you get older, at least I would hope as you get older, you have a different expectation for yourself and for people that you're dealing with.
I got you.
And to be honest with it, there are a lot of women or a lot of men that have a football team and are providing for their team.
Good gracious.
No issues whatsoever. But understand this. You as the person that don't have or may have, you have a right to feel and say whatever you want to say because this is the life that you got to live. Listen, man. Sometimes when it's just you and the children, it's hard to let go after they get grown.
Yeah, that's true.
You want them to stay there with you and stuff.
I've seen those scenarios.
Yeah. But, yo, man, whether you want to believe it or not, it's God, husband and wife, and then children. And I'm gonna tell you why it needs to be that way. Because listen, man, children, they grow up and leave home. If you and that person don't have nothing in common, y'all are headed downtown. And y'all done been married 18 years. Now I'm gonna tell you, back in the day, I understand why you'll say, I married her because she having my baby. Or I married him because I didn't want my baby to be without a father. These days and times, No way, Jose. If you don't want to be with that person, ain't no excuse.
Yeah, but they still doing it.
They still doing it, but they miserable. Happiness is key.
True. Well, some of them think it'll save it, man.
Yo, man. First of all,
let's work things out, and then they end up co-parenting at the end.
Exactly. Yo, man, and I'm telling you, and then you got to make these fake posts. Co-parenting is easy when you work together as a team. And it be so tense.
You trying to say no one ain't falling for them lies?
Come on, ain't nobody falling for them cornball lies. and the thing is, man, there's a price for everything. If you mess around, even if you in a relationship and you're not married, or you just in a relationship, or maybe you're not in a relationship, but you all over the place and you ripping and running, everything got a consequence. And that could lead to some deadly things and to some life taking care of things. True. Like 18 years. And don't let your child mess around and go to college.
Good gracious.
You're on there for 3 more years. Don't you think it's over when they turn 18.
Hey, what do you...
In some states it ain't over till they 21.
What do you think about keeping something? Let's say you break up with somebody and they gave you something and now you're in a new relationship. You think it's still okay to keep it? What the ex gave you? Like keeping things they gave you. That's like, imagine your ex gave you a camera as a gift.
I'm using that camera to film these YouTube videos.
Is there certain things that you should get rid of then that's from an ex? Let's say you're married now and an ex gave you something.
The ring.
A ring?
A lot of times.
Or should you just pawn that ring for the money?
Hey, man, let me tell you this. Can I tell you this?
Go right ahead.
Yo, man, when it was all said and done,
yeah,
it cost me a couple $1,000, but that feeling of freedom was like everything.
You think? Imagine it's not a bad breakup though.
See, sometimes, yeah, but
can you keep pictures of your ex? You think?
Nah,
but let's say you got a photo album. Should you rip the pictures out?
Nah, you should go.
Or you should burn that whole photo album.
Man, I don't have no pictures. None.
Well, that's good, man.
I don't have no pictures.
Let's say you have
none.
Let's say you have an ex, right?
Yes.
And your parents have pictures of them in the house. Now you're a married man. Do you ask your parents to respectfully take those pictures out?
Yeah.
Well, they was like, I like this picture. She was a good girl.
Guess what I'm gonna say?
I have no beef with her.
Mama, daddy, y'all are causing a hurricane unnecessarily.
Should you ask your wife how many sexual partners she have, or you should care less?
Man, listen, you don't want to know. People out they want to know. Can you imagine? Just call and say, listen, I slept with 50 people with no latex.
Because I'm thinking, you want to know as much as possible, right?
No latex. None.
Hey, you think you could date someone that a family member of yours has dated?
I don't want to know.
Do you think you could though?
A family member?
Yeah. Like, do you think it's wrong?
Come on, man.
Honestly, do you think
no.
You think it's wrong? Let's say, like for me, you're an example. If you dated someone and y'all didn't work out and I dated them next, you think that's like violating like a family code?
Come on, man. Every time I see you, I see him, I see y'all doing.
Now, here's a question I asked at work one time.
Yeah.
I said, imagine you date someone, right?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't work out. You meet your wife. Y'all get married. Now you see me. We're related, and I'm dating that ex. Am I still wrong, or should you be mad at me? Because you're married now to another woman. You met your wife, and I'm still single, and I'm dating one of your exes. Why would you catch feelings if you already met the one that you? I asked him that because a lot of them was like, no, that's wrong. And I'm thinking, but you're married. You met your wife. This is an ex of yours. You shouldn't have no feelings, right? You met your wife. And you sitting at me, how dare you date her? You got a wife.
Yo, I'm gonna be like, yo, man, that dude a sucker.
I want to know what is wrong about that, though. Since you already moved on, you have a wife.
There's some unwritten rule. That's all. I mean, some stuff just come down to unwritten rules.
Really? How many unwritten rules are there? Or it's
Probably
too many?
a lot. Probably a lot. I mean, we make them up as we go. You know, we make them up as we go.
Hey, listen. So you think, God forbid, though, if someone in your family passed away, you think it's wrong for you being a relative to them to marry the widower that's left behind? Because most time people will go ahead and jump to the conclusion you was looking at him that way the whole time.
Look, man, and then you in bed, y'all talking about him. I ain't talking about no dead man. I'm sorry, man. I do have a couple rules. I respect the dead, so I don't really try to.
Yeah, but what about the living part? That's the unwritten rule too. You said
every time that y'all lay in the bed, he like, man. She like, me and John used to lay like this.
And you be like, yeah, I laid in the bed with my brother too. We grew up together. We was young. We was real young. And Not then, that way, man.
Look, and then the urn is at, and then like the bed is facing that way, but the urn and the drawer behind it. And every time he wakes up, he's like, and looking at.
Would you feel uncomfortable? Listen, man, and I don't mean to take it this way. Would you?
Hey, man, you really trying to.
Would you feel uncomfortable if your lady friend, you're married now, had some lingerie that an ex gave her? But they liked it so much that they was like, man, this really looks good.
Do you want to know the answer?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
That's not a good answer, man.
Ooh, y'all not ready for this. I'm not laying on no mattress.
All right.
I ain't wearing his clothes.
What about sitting on the couch?
I will play his PS4 and his couch and use his TV.
And refrigerator?
And refrigerator, but I'm not.
What about, would you change the comforters? Would you throw all the comforters they had on the bed away? Like all the comforters?
On the bed?
Like let's say they
no mattresses.
But you still use the comforter.
All they got to go.
Even the bed. What about the dresser and the chest of drawer and the nightstand? Like how deep are we going? We getting rid of the dressers, the nightstand, like the towels?
The only deep we going
like the towels
is
they
the
use?
Top mattress.
So you'll still keep the comforter and the sheets?
I guess so, man. I don't know.
Because what's the difference? They was laying on them same sheets and they land on that same mattress.
Every time you go to see, all you hear is, give it here, daddy.
Yeah, but it's the same sheets they was under too.
Give it here, daddy.
Same pillows they heads was laid on.
Man, it's cheap to replace pillows. But mattress?
You getting rid of the mattress. Would you at least keep the bed frame? Like the headboard?
I say the mattress, man. Oh. The top mattress. I don't know why you going to see comforters. Oh. What's the thing at the bottom? You know, the little wood.
That's called the bed. God, what is it called? What is it? The box spring? Is this real laughter? I'm very confused.
Can you imagine? Say, the mattress gotta go. The box springs to include the wood thing that holds the bed.
That's probably. Listen, man. I think I knew one guy who literally he bought a whole bedroom set, man, because he said,
"Let me tell you something.
It just won't right, man."
He ain't gonna buy no new car,
huh?
You ain't gonna buy no new car,
huh?
You ain't gonna buy no new car.
Hopefully, you came in with your own car.
No, I'm talking about. I got this. He got this car when we was married. Now we divorced. You ain't gonna buy no new car.
Cause I always wonder how deep does it go, man? Like how deep does it go?
I guess it's deep.
Like how deep does it go?
You can do all that
before you get uncomfortable.
You can do all that and that just still fail. I don't know what. Hey man, I'm just saying. If you want different, you have to really strive to do different. Like the closing your leg thing is funny, but it's real because what I noticed that I'm not engaging in no sex whatsoever. Yes, we kiss, hug.
You think you're telling too much now?
Whatever. I'm just trying to get a point across. But the thing is, when you're not interacting like that, it forces you to really pay attention to the way that you conduct yourself, to the way they conduct themselves. And then you start doing things together and you appreciate, I appreciate a person respecting, I mean, she's that same way before me anyway, but I'm just saying like, there's a certain thing that you kind of guard against what's popular, and you kind of, to me, you come into your own when you kind of exercise this. I don't know. You exercise this thing, I guess.
This thing. Here's another question, man.
Yeah.
You being a man.
Yeah.
This is advice for a woman.
Yeah.
She wants to get married. She's dating a guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a serious relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cutoff time for her to say he doesn't want to marry me? Like, how long should a woman wait? You being a man and knowing how men think, how long should she wait before she knows he's really not going to ask her to marry him? He doesn't want to get married. She needs to move on. You think if she wants to get married, they've been dating for 15 years, she should really hold on them 15 years and wait? Like the whole time she wants to get married, she has to voice this to this man. What's the time when she says, hey, listen, either we get married and we ain't? How much time you think really should pass by?
Maybe they're not living together, right?
No, they're not living together.
Good.
But let's say they live in the same city. They see each other all the time. They dating, they eating. They literally have time in. How long should she say, a minute, man, listen, either you gonna marry me or I need to walk away?
If I had to put a time on it, I would probably say 5 years.
You say 5 years and then just hang it up?
Yeah.
Move on to the next
feel
one?
like it ain't going nowhere.
I got you.
Really? Well, even that's a long time.
Thank you, because you can say even if you feel like it ain't going nowhere, a lot of women still have hope.
Yeah. I think
they got that Caesar hope, and we'll talk about that later. Huh?
Yeah. Or that girl from the Bella twins, the one that was dating
John Cena.
He told her he didn't want to get married. She hung out in hope.
Hey, that's my problem though. My problem is she told him that. I mean, he told her that, right? But he knew her, but yet he still got engaged with her though. I mean, they both was wrong on both ends.
You have to be real.
I mean, maybe he got tired of her nagging or something. He just did it, but he probably knew the whole time that it won't going down because she even wanted kids and he didn't want any kids, if I'm correct.
I think that was probably the biggest part about the kids than it probably was about the marriage. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Anytime you make a decision to do something to make somebody else's happy, like on that level, that's just a lack of maturity.
I think that's what happened a lot of times. A lot of times, people pretty much are upfront with you. You settle for it, but with the whole intentions of changing their mind. It's almost like they tell you what it is. I ain't talking about the ones that getting played. I'm talking about the ones that they're up front with you, man. They tell you what the deal is, and you be like, okay. But deep down inside, you know you're not okay with it because you literally like, I can change their mind. I can keep asking. And then at the end of the day, it smacks you right back in your face. And you can't get angry because they already told you. They literally told you. Sometimes you get tired of someone nagging you and you just say yes, okay. And the whole time you know it's still no. And you're wrong for that too, but it's still, that's the way the game is played, man.
You can't, man.
Or, a lot of times people just lying anyway.
Yeah.
I love you. Yeah, we're going to be a family. And you get what you want, and then you just bounce. And it's out, huh?
Here's the other terrible part. And then somebody in the back be like, I told you he wasn't going to marry you.
That's like adding injury to insult, man. That's like, yo, you kick me while I'm down.
Here's the wound. Won't you just pour some salt directly
But
on
it's true, man. Listen, when people are so-called in love, they don't listen to nobody, man.
That's true. I did the same thing.
Oh, you did, man?
You know what Mama told me?
What's that, man?
She said something. I said, I don't cheat. She literally told me that I said, I don't care what you say. I'm going to marry her.
Hey, man.
And I know that's probably...
If you don't mess my mess, how old was you when you said this?
Jesus, man. Like, was it early 30s? I don't know.
So you was at least in your 30s, man.
Yeah,
so you was in your 30s.
It don't matter what I'm still gonna marry her.
Did she bring this up, man?
Yeah.
Did you laugh? Oh, because that's some kind of good to me. I'm sorry, man. Because I can actually I can see you kind of doing it. And and the funny thing is you believe what you said and you believe everything was going to work out. And then it happened, man.
All day become my good. That was not the song. That song was not inspired by my situation.
When people's in love, it's just hard for them to listen, man, because your mind is set, man. You in that zone, and sometimes you feel like people just don't believe in it or believe in you, man. And sometimes you trying to prove that you're right when sometimes you just wrong. But like they say, the signs is always there, man. You just ignore the signs.
It's this group. These are the signs of the time. Oh, man. Listen, I'm going to tell you, you cannot, there's a part of you can't fantasize and romanticize certain things. Some things are just, they are the way that they are. People always say I molded him to be who he wanted me, who I wanted him to be, and vice versa. First of all, a person when you think you molding something, it's like a con, man. It's like that's why I have a problem with a lot of times if you having a conversation with another person and women are around, they say me, not you, but another guy that'd be like, they kind of say what the woman wants to hear versus what they truly believe.
True.
I really dislike them type of people.
They out here, man.
They out here. I am Quartet.
I don't know why I always expect you to do the I am.
The ending, not the ending.
Really? Nah. Works both ways, and I am Tyler the Greatest me.
We see you when you see you.
Yeah, we see you when you see you. Peace.